Hi, I'm Carole Dean. I'm president of From the Heart Productions. We're a nonprofit with a mission to help filmmakers get their films funded. And I want to talk to you about Wallace D. Wattles. He was a pioneer in learning and teaching how to use your mind to manifest success. In his book, The Science of Being Great, he writes that there is a principle of power in every person. We each have an inherent power by which we may grow in whatsoever direction we please. The possibility is in the original substance from which we are all made. Now, genius is omniscience. Genius is the union of man and God in the acts of the soul. Great men and women are always greater than their deeds. They are in connection with a reserved power that is without limit. There is a genius in every man and woman waiting to be brought forth. What he is saying is that the principle of power gives just what we ask of it. If we only undertake little things, it only gives us power for a little thing. But if we try to do great things in a great way, it gives us all the power there is. No greater good, Wallace says, can come to any man or woman than to become self-active. When you learn this and become effective, you become as one of the gods. Wallace believes that you can do what you desire to do and become what you want to be. When you fix upon some ideal and proceed as directed, all the power of your being works for your benefit in achieving your ideal. The brain does not make the person. The person makes the brain, says Wallace. Wisdom is the essential basis of greatness. Wisdom is the power you need to achieve your aims. It's the power to perceive the right thing to do. He says our knowledge is comparatively limited, so our wisdom must be small. So we need to connect our mind with knowledge greater than our own and draw from that by inspiration. He believes that there is a cosmic intelligence which is in all things and through all things. And this is the one real substance. It is intelligent substance. It is God. Connecting with this God intelligence is the key to knowledge. In Lynn McTaggart's book, The Field, physicists talk about the quantum field, and this may be the location where all knowledge is stored. Now, wouldn't that be wonderful? If all knowledge is stored in the quantum field, then the trick is to access it. Now, some people have written that connecting to this field is like tuning into a radio station. First, you need to know that it's there, and then you have to find your own bandwidth. And once you do, you'll receive answers to your questions and guidance on how to move to achieve your aims. Physicists also say that there's a strong possibility that our brain is a sending-receiving mechanism and that some memories are stored in the quantum field. That would be the same as how we store information on a cloud. Perhaps this is true, and perhaps we can access this field through our intention and by putting ourselves into a quiet place to receive answers. I believe that Wallace was talking about the quantum field when he was saying that it is our connection to God that gives us wisdom. Because if you can use this concept that your mind is a sending-receiving unit, perhaps you can create times in your day when you can tune in to receive information. What I find is that I'm always asking for information, and I have to force myself to stop and take time to listen for the answers. I think they're there, but they can't get through the chatter of my brain. I've also found that getting into a quiet place allows me to listen for answers to the questions that I put forth, and this is how the universe can bring you great wisdom. I've often found that I could state a problem to the universe, give potential solutions, and ask for a better solution. Then I would normally go about my day and later find a quiet place to meditate, and often I get a much better solution than the ones that I presented. So to me, this is connecting to the quantum field and to the God force. In Lynn McTaggart's book, The Field, a physicist said that genius may simply be a better connection to the quantum field. Now, what if this is true? That would mean that we're all potential geniuses, just as Wallace said 100 years ago. We all have the possibility of genius, and we all have the possibility to be great. So to get started on this path, just consider giving yourself some of your problems over to the universal mind. Ask for guidance and suggest answers, and wait. It may take a day or two, but you will get a response. It's listening that is the key. Find time to be without television or noise and listen, and you'll be surprised what can happen. And in part 2, we'll discover more ideas from Wallace on connecting to God.